Hello there, it is me, the Dark Queen, and I would totally appreciate if you could like and subscribe to my channel, Creepy Signal, bringing you all your nightmare material. And today, speaking of nightmare material, I'm going to be talking about some really scary stuff because it's based on history. That's right, we're going to be talking about torture devices. Fascinating, but cruel. That's right. So let's get into it. What era are we going into? Ba-da-ba-boom. We're going into medieval times. That is right. Because they were some of the most ruthless times ever. So my darklings, I hope that you guys snuggle up, get some chips, and get ready to get into some torture devices. And that is right. So, number one, we are going to be talking about the Heretic's Fork. Now, basically, it had one goal and one goal only. To make sure that if you fell asleep, you die. And so basically, the Heretic's Fork was these prongs piercing your neck. So if you were to... You dead. You fall asleep and your neck goes down. Boom. Those prongs are going to be in your trachea, your esophagus, and you dead. That's right. What? For real? The light? Okay, whatever. I don't really care. But anyways, so it was a simple instrument that was created to basically ensure that you were sleep deprived. And so people were awake for days we're talking about, and which made confessions more likely to be unfortunately they would confess to crimes probably they didn't even commit, or sometimes maybe they did commit them, and but it broke them down, and it's unfortunate. But yeah, the prongs eventually would kill them because they would fall asleep eventually and kill that trachea, kill that esophagus. And so the next one we're going into, oh my gosh, is the head crusher. Now it's not so job complete. No, this takes time. And so the head crusher, basically it involved placing the victim's head between a cap and a little bar under the chin. And so on top of the cap there was a lever that you would spin to apply pressure between the bars to slowly crush it. So as the more and more it spun, it would, eventually crush your skull because of the pressure. So the gradual process of what would happen is that first your teeth would go crunch. Yeah, your teeth get broken. And then after that, your jaw would then get crushed. And then eventually, from the pressure, one's eyes would pop out. And after that, your skull would get fractured. And then from the pressure, because your skull isn't protecting your brains anymore, well, then you'd be deado. And so that is unfortunate. But yeah, eventually the pressure was a slow sort of burn. But yeah, totally bad. And so from there, after that, we have the breast ripper, which was, for us ladies, well, and gentlemen, it was absolutely, it's worst. It's worst, man. And so the breast ripper was a torture device that was commonly used on women who were basically accused of self-abortion. We're talking theft, we're talking adultery. And basically these were almost like the garden claw, but like together. Or the thing that takes off the staples. De-stapler, I guess. Is that it? I don't even know. But, it's kind of like that. And so basically they would heat the points and they would slowly rip the breasts. And so it would usually tear or shred them. And that was absolutely horrendous. Poor woman. And men. And so we're getting into the final one, guys. The final one. Can you see me? Final one. Oh my god, this is bad. Okay. So the hanging cage. Hanging cage, let me paint you a picture. So this is the head, this is the shoulders, and then the feet. So just literally just kind of like a cutout, if you will, of the human anatomy of somebody standing, right? And it's a cage built around that shape. And so it gives the literal victim or the accused little space to move. So you're basically forced to stand. And the hanging cage was basically used also in medieval times, and basically was to shame and starve their victim. And so basically it took days to starve them to death. But the worst part was that they were shaming them in front of the community, in front of their village, in front of their town, for whatever reason, for days. So they had to stand there. That's just terrible, terrible, terrible. And so, yeah, that's basically what I got for you. The hanging cage was probably the worst because of the time that it would take for somebody to die. Skull crusher, eventually you get your skull crushed. But this, you're getting, people are watching you. People might be eating while they're watching you die slowly because you haven't ate or drank anything for days and you can't move. And you're standing up during this whole time. So yeah. That is what I have for you, my little darklings, as far as what I've covered today. I hope that you like and subscribe to my channel, Creepy Signal, bringing you all your nightmare material. And I will catch you later, and I will be doing new episodes. I've just been a little bit behind, and I'm sorry about that. I had a sinus infection, okay? But I totally miss you, and I will be back. I promise. Alright, guys. Love you.